Welcome to Retired Pennies World, the home of coin lovers and collectors, where every old coin tells a story and may be worth more than you ever imagined. In today's video, we'll explore one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. history, the 1981 Washington quarter dollar. If you've ever come across this coin in your change or an old collection, don't underestimate its potential value, because some of these 1981 quarters can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition, mint mark, and rarity. So sit back, relax, and let's uncover the true worth of this hidden treasure in today's coin market. The 1981 quarter dollar is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This coin is made of a copper-nickel composition and weighs about 5.67 grams. The obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of George Washington facing left, designed by John Flanagan, with the word Liberty above his head and the date 1981 below. On the reverse side, you'll find the majestic bald eagle, with its wings spread wide, holding arrows and olive branches, a powerful symbol of strength and peace in American history. Even though millions of these coins were produced, some special versions and well-preserved examples have gained extraordinary value in the eyes of collectors. Now, let's talk about the mint marks. The 1981 quarter was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. The Philadelphia Mint produced around 601 million coins, while the Denver Mint struck over 575 million, and the San Francisco Mint made just over 4 million proof coins. Even though these numbers seem large, what makes the difference is the condition, rarity, and type of strike. Circulated coins, the ones used in everyday transactions, usually hold their face value of 25 cents. But if your coin is in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, especially if it has no scratches, no discoloration, and sharp details, you may be holding a valuable collectible. In today's coin market, the value of a 1981 quarter dollar can vary widely. A regular circulated coin may only be worth between 25 cents and $1, but uncirculated or mint state coins graded MS65 or higher can be worth anywhere from $50 to $150. However, certain rare varieties or proof coins in pristine condition can sell for even more. For example, a perfect proof coin with the S mint mark from San Francisco can fetch between $100 and $300 depending on its grade and luster. There are also reports of special examples with unique minting errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, that have sold for over $500 or even $1,000 in auctions. These rare errors are what excite coin collectors the most because they are truly one of a kind. One of the most astonishing discoveries is that some 1981 quarters graded MS67 or above by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC have reached incredible prices. A pristine, well-preserved example with sharp details and flawless surfaces can easily cross the $100 mark, and in some cases even more. Collectors are willing to pay high premiums for coins that have survived over 4 decades without wear or damage. This is why proper storage and handling are so important. If you own a 1981 quarter, make sure to check for its mint mark, inspect its condition under bright light, and consider getting it graded by a professional. You might be surprised at how much it's truly worth in today's market. So if you're holding on to a 1981 quarter dollar coin in good or uncirculated condition, you could be sitting on a small treasure. Whether it's a brilliant uncirculated D mint quarter, a flawless S mint proof coin, or a rare era variety, these coins have the potential to be worth well over $100 today. Coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's a way of preserving history and discovering value where most people see ordinary change. Every coin has a story, and the 1981 quarter is a perfect example of how something small can hold significant worth. Next up, we'll explore the 1992 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, But if it's in excellent or mint condition, it can be worth far more than its face value. Some rare 1992 quarters have shocked collectors with prices reaching well over $100, especially those in uncirculated or proof states. So let's dive deep into the history, design, and today's market value of this remarkable 1992 quarter coin. The 1992 Washington quarter continues the proud legacy of the Washington quarter series that began in 1932. This coin was designed by John Flanagan and made from a copper-nickel clad composition weighing 5.67 grams with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. On the obverse side, we see the strong and timeless portrait of George Washington facing left, with the word Liberty above, In God We Trust on the left side, and the date 1992 below. The reverse features the iconic American bald eagle, perched with outstretched wings, holding arrows and olive branches, symbolizing both strength and peace. Although the 1992 quarter may appear like an everyday coin, its condition, mint mark, and type of streak can make an enormous difference in value. This coin was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark, for proof coins. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 384 million coins, while Denver struck more than 389 million. The San Francisco Mint, on the other hand, made a much smaller quantity of around 4 million proof coins, mainly for collectors. While most of these quarters circulated widely, a small fraction were preserved in mint sets or coin rolls, staying in nearly perfect shape for decades. These uncirculated coins are the ones that truly shine in today's collector market. Now, let's talk about the exciting part, the value. In circulated condition, the 1992 quarter generally holds its face value of 25 cents, or perhaps up to $1 depending on light wear. However, in uncirculated condition, the value rises sharply. A 1992 Washington quarter graded MS65 can easily sell for around $50 to $120 depending on the mint mark and quality of the strike. Proof versions with the S mint mark from San Francisco, especially those with deep cameo contrast and mirror-like finishes, can fetch anywhere from $100 to $300 in today's coin market. In addition, coins graded MS67 or higher, which are extremely rare, have been known to sell for several $100s at auction due to their pristine, flawless surfaces. Collectors also look for special varieties and minting errors, such as double die strikes, off-center strikes, or coins with missing layers of clad material. These rare mistakes can turn an ordinary 1992 quarter into a highly sought-after treasure worth hundreds of dollars. Even a small minting error can drastically increase a coin's value, especially if it is verified and graded by professional organizations like PCGS or NGC. A perfect example is a 1992 D quarter in top-grade condition that once sold for well over $100 simply because of its flawless surfaces and sharp details. The true beauty of coin collecting lies in discovering hidden value in the smallest pieces of history. The 1992 quarter may not be ancient, but its rarity in perfect condition makes it a desirable collectible today. If you have a 1992 quarter in good, uncirculated, or proof condition, handle it carefully, store it properly, and consider having it graded. You might just own a coin worth more than $100 without even realizing it. Always check the mint mark, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, because each can make a difference in how much collectors are willing to pay. Next up, we're talking about the 1982 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that may look ordinary, but in good or mint condition, it can be worth much more than just 25 cents. Some rare and high-grade examples of the 1982 quarter have been known to reach prices over $100, and certain era varieties have even gone far beyond that. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might realize that the 1982 quarter sitting in your coin jar could be worth a lot more than you think.
The 1982 Washington Quarter belongs to the long-running Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of the first U.S. President, George Washington. This coin is composed of copper and nickel, weighs about 5.67 grams, and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. On the obverse side, it features the familiar portrait of George Washington facing left, with the word Liberty above, the motto, "In God We Trust," to the left, and the date, 1982, below. The reverse side shows the majestic American bald eagle, wings spread wide, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, a symbol of America's balance between strength and peace. This classic design, created by John Flanagan, remained on quarters for decades, and the 1982 edition carries both historical and collectible appeal. Now let's talk about the mint marks. The 1982 quarter was minted in two locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D-mint mark. Interestingly, 1982 is known among collectors as a key year because the U.S. Mint did not produce official uncirculated mint sets for that year. This means that finding a 1982 quarter in truly uncirculated or mint state condition is much rarer than for most other years. The Philadelphia Mint struck about 500 million coins, and the Denver Mint produced around 480 million. With such high mintages, you'd think they're all common, but the lack of mint sets and the difficulty in finding flawless coins make the high-grade examples particularly valuable today. In circulated condition, most 1982 quarters are only worth their face value of 25 cents or maybe up to $1. But when you move into higher grades, the prices increase sharply. A 1982 D Washington quarter in uncirculated condition, graded MS65 by a professional service such as PCGS or NGC, can sell for anywhere between $60 and $120. Coins in superb gem condition, such as MS67, can easily go for $150 to $300, depending on the market demand and eye appeal. Philadelphia quarters in the same pristine condition also hold strong collector value, sometimes surpassing $100 if the surfaces are clean and lustrous. Remember, since no official mint sets were made in 1982, finding perfectly preserved examples is very difficult, and that's what makes them worth so much more. Some rare varieties and minting errors from 1982 can also push the value even higher. Collectors especially look for double-die obverses, off-center strikes, and missing clad layer errors. These mistakes happen during the minting process and create unique coins that stand out from the rest. For example, a 1982 quarter missing its nickel layer might reveal a bright copper surface underneath, making it instantly noticeable, and such coins have sold for several $100s at auction. Even slightly off-center strikes or coins with unusual marks can fetch a premium if they are authentic and in good shape. So, if you happen to own a 1982 quarter in good or mint condition, it's definitely worth examining closely. Look for the mint mark, inspect the coin under a bright light for sharp details and original luster, and if it looks flawless, consider having it professionally graded. A certified high-grade 1982 quarter can easily cross the $100 mark, and certain rare errors may bring in even more. It's amazing how something as common as a quarter can hold such hidden value, proving once again that coin collecting is full of surprises.
Next up, we're going to talk about the 1996 Washington Quarter Dollar, a coin that might look like ordinary change, but can actually be worth far more than its face value if you have the right one in the right condition. Some rare 1996 quarters, especially those in perfect mint state or proof condition, have been known to sell for over $100 in today's coin market. So stay tuned, because you might just discover that your old 1996 quarter is a hidden gem waiting to be found. The 1996 Washington Quarter continues the long-running design that began in 1932, created by sculptor John Flanagan to honor the first president of the United States, George Washington. This coin is made from a copper-nickel clad composition, weighs 5.67 grams, and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. On the obverse side, you'll see the classic portrait of George Washington facing left with the word Liberty above, In God We Trust on the left, and the date 1996 at the bottom. On the reverse, we see the proud bald eagle, the national bird of the United States, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, symbolizing strength and peace.
The 1996 quarter marks one of the last few years before the famous 50-state quarters program began in 1999, making it part of the final chapter of the classic Washington design. Now let's look at where these coins were made. The 1996 Washington quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. The Philadelphia Mint produced around 925 million coins, while the Denver Mint struck about 906 million, making both quite common in circulation. However, the San Francisco Mint produced much fewer, only about 2 million proof coins intended for collectors. These proof coins, with their mirror-like surfaces and sharp details, are some of the most beautiful examples of the Washington quarter ever made. While most circulated coins remain worth 25 cents, the condition and mint mark play a major role in determining how much they're really worth today. In circulated condition, a 1996 quarter generally holds its face value or may bring around $1 depending on light wear. But in mint state or uncirculated condition, the value can jump dramatically. A 1996 D quarter graded MS65 can easily sell for between $60 and $120, and coins in even higher grades like MS67 or MS68 can reach prices of $150 to $300 or more. The 1996 P coins in flawless condition also fetch high prices, especially those with full mint luster and no scratches. Proof coins with the S mint mark from San Francisco are highly collectible and typically sell between $100 and $250 depending on their condition and the depth of their cameo contrast. For the most part, the shinier, cleaner, and more detailed the coin, the higher the price collectors are willing to pay. Another fascinating factor that affects the 1996 quarter's value is minting errors. Certain error coins, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or missing clad layer mistakes, can be worth hundreds of dollars. These errors are extremely rare and occur during the coin production process, making each one unique. A 1996 quarter with a visible minting error can easily fetch between $100 and $500 at auction, and some exceptional examples have gone for even higher. So if you have a 1996 quarter that looks unique or has odd details, it's definitely worth a closer inspection. The 1996 Washington quarter may not seem ancient, but it's now almost 3 decades old, and pristine examples are becoming increasingly hard to find. This makes them more desirable to collectors every year. If you own a 1996 quarter that looks shiny, has sharp edges, and little to no signs of wear, you might be holding a valuable piece of modern coin history. Consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC, because once a coin is certified, its value can rise significantly, especially for top-tier examples that cross the $100 mark. Thank you so much for watching Retired Pennies World, where we bring you the fascinating stories and real market values of coins from across the globe. If you enjoyed learning about the 1996 Washington quarter dollar and its surprising potential value, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another coin discovery. Share this video with your friends and fellow collectors. You never know who might have a 1996 quarter worth over $100 sitting in their pocket change right now. Keep collecting, keep searching, and remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes the smallest piece of change can lead to the biggest treasure.